So sitting on top of your heels, spread your knees nice and wide. And just before we make our way into child's pose, take a second to close your eyes and really deepen your breath. Deepen your connection to your body, letting your mind settle. Feeling a little bit of stillness here before we move into our practice. And your next inhale, just gently floating the arms up, maybe taking your gaze up towards your thumbs, and then as you exhale, starting to reach the palms forward, and allow the forehead to drop down towards the mat. Taking a second here to allow your head to be heavy, maybe roll the head from side to side. Just feeling yourself melt here, the hips getting a little bit heavier over the heels. Paying attention to what your body might be telling you. If you're a little bit stiffer today, just acknowledge that. Maybe you're a little bit more open. Every day it's a little bit different. Remember, you're just here to observe, not to judge. One more inhale, starting to lift yourself up. Walking your hands all the way over to the right hand side, stretching out those left fingertips as far as you can. Ground that left sit bone down and just feel a slight stretch through that side body. Inhale to lift yourself back up and walking your hands all the way over to the left. Reaching with those right fingers, right sit bone grounding as much as you can. Feeling that deep stretch. Inhale, lifting up. Coming back into the center. One more time, dropping the forehead down. Maybe this time prop yourself up on top of your fingers. You're going to get a little bit more into the shoulders as you sink down. And then starting to pour the weight back into your heels, dragging your fingertips across the floor. And keep your knees as wide as they are. Take the hands on top and just gently open up the heart. Roll the shoulders down the spine and take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe if it feels comfortable, you completely drop your head back. And inhale, extending out through child's pose this time. We're going to bring ourselves all the way forward. So we're going to unravel down onto our bellies. So you can unravel through cobra. So the elbows draw together, palms are planting, fingertips spread. Untuck the toes behind you. Taking a second here on an inhale to come back up into cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Pull some energy in through the low body. Open your heart. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. This time, holding here for a couple breaths. Feeling that energy as you press through the palms. Keep opening the heart. Feeling that upper back, lower back, mid back, all activating. And exhale, take it down. Press into your forearms. And start to send your seat back. All the way back into child's pose. Pouring the weight into your heels. We come all the way back. So we're sitting up. Hands on top of the thighs, roll the shoulders back, inhale, take it up. Exhale, coming all the way back out. Sinking yourself down. Maybe you're lowering down through your cobra. Inhale, coming up. We repeat the same thing. Exhale, coming down. Really trying to flow and connect to your breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. We're going to hold. Inhale, coming back. You can stay in cobra, or you can really try to extend your arms. If this pinches your low back, just stay in the version. It's called C pose towards the front of the room, or the front of your mat rather. Roll the shoulders back, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, good, release. Come all the way back down. Press back into your forearms. Lift your seats. Come back into child's pose. Slowly rolling all the way back up. Roll the shoulders out of the way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. This time as you come forward, tuck your toes, and we come into high plank. Holding here, you can lift the knees or keep the knees down. Inhale to fill your lungs. Belly pulling to your spine. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, coming all the way through, maybe this time into upward facing dog. exhale, take it back. Find your first downward facing dog of class. Spreading the fingers wide. Keep the ribs closing. Keep the tailbone lifting up and back. The hands are grounding you. The heels are reaching towards the floor. You can slowly pedal out your feet. You can even get some movement in your hips from side to side. And then coming back to center, breathe here, drop your head down, press the floor away. Finding that deep, deep connection to your breath. On an inhale, taking your gaze forward, keep the left foot down, float the right leg back behind you. Don't lift it high. You're just going to reach that leg on the diagonal, so crossing it over top of the left leg. Just feeling a little bit of a stretch here through the right hip as you press into the floor. And exhale, gently release the foot down, gently floating the left leg up and switching sides. And exhale, drop it back down. Inhale, gazing forward slowly, walking your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. And when you arrive, you can plant your feet hip width distance apart or a little bit closer together. As you inhale, lengthen up halfway. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale again, lift up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, this time imagining that you're really lifting the top part of your body up out of the hips. You can start to fold the heart forward over the legs. You notice that your spine is starting to round. Take a little bend into your knees. You can keep the sacrum moving back. And you can keep your heart coming forward. Take opposite elbows. Over time, the legs will straighten out. Giving away your torso to gravity. You can gently swing the body from side to side. Keep feeling that you're pouring the weight down through the soles of your feet, connecting you to your mat. Creating the stability and the foundation that you need to go a little bit deeper into this forward fold. Letting everything go. Trying to bring your mind's awareness just to the sensations that you're feeling right now in your body. And how you can affect those sensations with your breath. We're going to hang here just a little bit longer, really starting to feel those hamstrings behind the knees and your calf muscles getting longer and longer. Maybe we're staying here a little bit longer than your mind tells you want to. Try to let go of any expectation and just allow your body to open with minimal resistance. Good. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, release the hands down. Inhale again, press into the feet, float all the way up, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up towards your thumbs. Pull your belly and interlace your fingers. Release them up towards the ceiling. Get as tall as you can, lifting, and exhale, tip it over to the right. Stretching through that left side body. Inhale, come back up to center. Belly pulls in, reset, reaching as high as you can. Exhale. Over to the left. Inhale, coming back to center, reach it up, gazing up. Exhale, folding all the way back down. Inhale, lengthen, lift yourself halfway. As you exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, set up your high plank, pull your belly into your spine, feel strong here. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, bring your heart through, roll the shoulders back, take upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. We'll breathe here for a few breaths. Remember, as we move through this practice, if you want to take some time in child's pose, feel free. Most importantly, always listening to your own body, what it is that you need for your practice. Inhale, take your gaze back forward. Take a little bend into the knees. You can step the feet all the way back up to the hands. Inhale, lengthen, come up halfway. Exhale, hollow the low belly. Take your forward fold. Inhale, press your feet down, float all the way up, sweep the arms, gazing up. Interlace the fingers, reach. Exhale, lean it over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, back to center, reaching up. Exhale, folding all the way down. Keep energy pulling in from that low belly. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step, or maybe this time you'll hop your feet back to your high plank. And exhale, lower all the way down through your chaturanga. Follow your breath. Inhale, take upward facing. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Shake your head. Allowing your head to be heavy here. Relaxing your neck. Pressing through your palms. Bringing your mind back to the sensations that you're feeling in your body. And just noticing how your breath can affect them. Next inhale, take your gaze forward. A little bend into your knees. Step your feet, or maybe you hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, press your feet down, float all the way up, sweep the arms. Interlace the fingers, reach. Exhale, taking that lean. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale. Inhale, back to center, looking up. Exhale, folding all the way back down. Last one. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, lower down, nice and strong. Your version, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, bring your heart through. Your version of up dog or cobra. Exhale, back. Your version, downward facing dog. Knowing that tonight, whatever comes up during your practice, you will be okay. Sometimes the body holds on to emotion, so things might come up. That's totally normal. Try to just breathe as best you can. Inhale, gazing forward to your hands. Bend into your knees. Jump or step your feet all the way back to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, starting to fold. Inhale, press your feet down. Float all the way up. And exhale, this time bring your hands to your heart center. Taking a second here. You can shake out any tension in the body. Shake the legs from side to side. We're going to come into quick balancing pose. So you're going to move the weight into your left foot. Pick a spot on the floor in front of you, a few feet or a little bit higher. Bring your hands to heart center. Starting to energize that leg, pressing the weight down into the left foot. The right foot starts to get a little bit lighter. Drawing energy in right from your low belly, your pelvic floor. Draw the energy all the way up into your heart center so you feel lighter, longer. Float the right leg. Balancing here, creating balance. Noticing the micro adjustments that you have to make to stay here. Remember, it's okay to fall out of these postures. Don't let anything distract you from the flow of your body. Just let everything become a part of the practice. Last breath here, reach the arms up. Exhaling, we're gonna hinge forward. You can start to bend into the left knee. You're gonna keep the right knee bent. Keep your gaze forward. Maybe you're gonna release the hands down towards the floor. Bend this left leg as much as you need to. If you have a block, maybe you're using your block here. On an inhale, keep the left foot planting, the left hand planting. Allow the knee to open up and allow the right arm to reach up towards the ceiling. This is a modified half moon pose. Inhale here. Exhale, extending that right leg back. Gently with control, the right leg reaches for the mat. You set up your warrior legs. The left knee is over top of the left ankle. The right foot is planted, heel down. Reach the arms into warrior two, gazing over your left fingertip. Right arm drops back. Left arm starts to come up and over, reversing warrior. We're going to continue to flow here. So keep reaching with these left fingers. Start to straighten the left leg. Right thigh is active, left thigh is active. Hips are even, press into your feet. And on an inhale, we're going to float it all the way over into Trikonasana, wide legs. You can hover the hand here. Pulling the right arm back, come back into your reverse Trikonasana. We're going to flow through this a couple times. Keep following your breath here. Exhaling on the way down. Inhaling on the way up. Just flowing through a few of these. You really keep activating through your legs. This is our last time reversing wherever you are. We're going to hold Trikonasana, reaching the left arm down, reaching the right arm up. Press through your feet. You can feel free to adjust that back leg as much as you like. Really reaching the arms in opposition. Feel the collarbones broadening. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Starting to bend into the left knee again. Your left elbow might come back on top of that leg, reaching the right arm forward. If this feels okay for you, you can play with lowering the left hand down. Use a block if you have one, or bring the hand to the floor if that feels okay. Reaching the right arm. So now you're going to keep that left thigh nice and strong. You're going to keep this position with your legs. Inhale, float the arms all the way up, and reverse your warrior. Exhale, take it over. Back to your version of side angle. Again, inhale coming up. Reverse. Exhale, lowering down. Maybe you go a little deeper this time. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, taking it all the way down. And you're going to take your deepest version to hold for a few breaths. Really grounding through the feet, so reaching with the right fingers. Maybe your gaze reaches for the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Exhale, release your gaze down. Release the right hand down. You're going to bring your left hand to the outside of the foot. You're going to pivot yourself around. So you're in a lunge position. You're going to allow the right knee to drop down. You're going to untuck those right toes. Bring your hands up on top of the thigh. Taking a second here, feeling the hips relax down towards the floor. Rolling the shoulders back. Still feeling that support. Your low belly pulling into your spine. Good, I hope you feel warm. I feel very warm. Inhale, take a deep breath. As you exhale, we come into Ardha Hanumanasana. This is half split pose. Pulling the leg back. Extend the left toes up towards the ceiling. If you need blocks here, if you have them, put them on either side. Otherwise, you can stay up on the leg if this is enough. You can keep a slight bend in the knee just to protect the joints. If it feels okay, lowering the fingertips down to the floor, extending the heart forward. Remember, you're just looking for your version of the posture. Last deep breath. Try to exhale for a couple extra seconds this time. Good. Inhale, bend back into the left leg. Bring the left arm inside the left knee. Pivot the right toes back behind you. Walk your hands over to the opposite side of your mat. Right hand plants down beside the right hip. Float the left arm up. Take a nice side stretch here through the body. And then releasing the arm, pivot yourself all the way back around where you were. Plant your hands down. Right leg extends. Step that left leg back. Take your high plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, take your upward facing dog. And exhale, taking child's pose for a couple breaths. Or maybe taking your downward facing dog. We'll take a couple breaths here before we move into the second side. Breathing nice and deep. Good, relaxing the head down. If you're in child's pose, slowly making your way back up to your downward facing dog. Taking your gaze forward up towards your hands, bend into your knees. And step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press your feet down, float all the way back up. Sweep the arms up, take your gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Good. We're going to take the second side, sending the weight into the right foot. Finding your gazing point, somewhere that you're not letting your eyes wander. Something to help keep you balanced. As you press the weight down, pouring that weight into your foundation, the left leg gets a little bit lighter. Maybe you pick that knee up. Keep that energy through the center of your body. As the shoulders roll down and back, the spine gets longer, the crown of the head moves up. Couple more breaths. Good, take your deepest inhale so far. Good, with as much playfulness as possible. Exhale, starting to fold it forward. You can use your blocks here. You can bring your hands down towards the floor, bending into that left knee. The right fingertips are gonna stay. You're gonna open the left knee. You're gonna allow the left arm to reach towards the ceiling. Good, noticing the micro adjustments. Holding here, starting to extend that left leg back. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Allow it to pull you into your warrior two legs. Left heel planting down. Good, set your arms, gazing over those right fingertips, reaching the arms in opposition. Feel as strong as you can. Feeling that heart beating, body opening up. Drop the left arm back. Right arm reaches up and over. Reverse your warrior. And then starting to extend the right leg towards straight. Remember, energize both thighs so that you're not sinking the weight into the joints. Keep lifting, stay strong. On an exhale, taking it into this flow, reaching the right arm down for Trikonasana. Inhale, coming up. Left arm drops back, right arm comes up and over. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, coming up. Taking a few of these in your own time. Exhaling. Wherever you are, this is going to be your last one. We're going to hold this time in Trikonasana. Right arm down, left fingers reaching up. Belly pulling in, legs strong, foundation. Alive, pressing into that mat. Good, starting to bend into the right knee. Maybe you're bringing your right elbow on top of the leg, setting your side angle pose. Left foot, pinky toe edge grounds down as you reach with the left fingers. Keep that right knee tracking as best you can, right over that ankle, not letting it come forward. And again, we're gonna flow here. Inhale, coming up, keeping the bend in the right knee, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, coming up. Really feeling the breath moving through your body here. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, this time moving into your deepest version of this pose. Maybe the arm comes down to the inside or the outside of the foot towards the floor to a block. Good, exhale, gently starting to release everything down. I'm gonna plant a hand on either side of the right foot. Adjust yourself however you need to on your mat. Square your hips, left knee drops down, left toes untuck. Bring yourself up on top of your thigh. Really feeling those hips relaxing down towards the floor. Shoulders rolling down the back. Finding some softness here to balance out all the strength. Where can you let go? Inhale. As you exhale, starting to extend into your half splits. The right toes pointing up, square your hips as best you can, using whatever props feel most comfortable for you. Releasing the fingertips down towards the floor. If you don't have props, Maybe you can come up on top of the leg, or maybe just bend the knee a little bit. Just don't sink any weight into the knee joint, always protecting your joints. Heart keeps coming forward as you relax just a little bit more into this posture. Good. Inside leg. Put the left toes around behind you, walking the hands around. Left hand plants to the outside of the left hip. Float the right arm. Take that nice side stretch through the body. And then releasing it all the way back around to the top of the mat. Tuck the left toes. Plant the hands. Send the right leg back. Hold the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, take upward dog. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Fill your lungs. Exhale, side up through your mouth. Letting those first sides go. I'm going to repeat that one more time with a little bit of some different variations. So this time you know a little bit about where we're going. Remember, letting go of any expectations. However it went the first time, it might be completely different this time. Be open to possibility. Working at your edge, leaning into that edge, but not pushing past it. Trusting your own intuition. If you're in child's pose, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, taking your gaze forward to your hands, bend your knees. Let's step or float back to the top of the mat. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, back to that forward fold. Inhale, press the feet down, float all the way back up. Sweep the arms. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Good. So if last time was enough, you can feel free to repeat with the bent legs. This time, we're going to send the weight back into the left foot, pulling energy in, lifting through the spine. As the arms move up, maybe you'll float the leg a little bit straighter this time. Good. On an exhale, the leg passes behind us. We lean it forward for flying warrior. On an exhale, releasing the hands down. On an inhale, extending up into your half moon, right arm reaching, right leg reaching back. Right foot is getting heavy. Step it back. Come into your warrior two. Good. Gazing over your left fingers. Nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale. Right arm drops back. Left arm comes up and over. Reverse. And as you keep reaching with the left fingers, start to straighten out. Coming into your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, lean it over into Trikonasana. Inhale to come back up. Left arm comes back. Reverse. All the way back down, Trikonasana. One more time, inhale coming up. Exhale, Trikonasana, reaching the right fingers up. Starting to gently bend into that left leg, reach the right arm over. Maybe your elbow is coming on top of the knee, side angle pose. Here we go, flowing again. Inhale, strong through that left leg, press the heel down. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, keep breathing, stay strong. Reverse. Exhale, side angle pose, your version. Inhale, last time. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, coming into your deepest version so far. Right toes planting down, reaching with the right fingers. If it's available to you and you want to try to bind, you can feel free to play with that option wherever you are. Reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, pivoting yourself down, squaring the hips, let the right knee drop, untuck the toes. Bring your hands on top of the thigh, feeling the hips relax down. Bring your hands to your low back, draw the elbows together. If this feels too intense, go back to the first version. But just breathing into that intensity, whatever it is that you're feeling. Deep inhale. Exhale, extending it back, half split, send the toes up. Maybe going a little bit deeper this time if that's available, whatever that means for your body and your practice. Really breathing into to behind that leg so you can lengthen those muscles. Find some softness here. Good. Inhale, bend into the left knee. Bring the left arm inside the leg. Pivot the right toes around. Walk the hands back. Taking that side stretch, or maybe this time extend the right leg, stack the feet, and take a side plank. We'll hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop that right knee back down. And then walk yourself all the way back to the top of your mat. Plant the hands down. Reach through the right knee. Send the left foot back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Breathing deep. Maybe taking a deep breath in to fill your lungs, and exhale, sighing it all out. Preparing for your second side. You know exactly where we're going. Next inhale, bring yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your gaze forward, bend into your knees, step your feet or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down to float up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Finding your gazing point. Send the weight into the right foot. Energize the leg. Pour the weight down. As the foundation comes down through that right foot, the left leg gets lighter. Float the leg up, float the arms. Good, feeling strong here, whatever the pose is for you tonight. Belly pulling in as much as you can. Feel that energy through your center. Start to exhale. Let the left leg pass by. And lower the hands down towards blocks, or maybe towards the floor. Maybe you're working in that first version with the bent knees. Inhale, extending up into your half moon. Good, breathing here. Left leg starts to get heavy. Step it back, take warrior 2. Gazing over the right fingers. Right knee is tracking over the ankle, send a little bit more weight into the right heel. Keep the spine nice and active and pulling back, tucking the butt underneath. Inhale here. Exhale, left arm drops back. Right arm comes up and over. Reaching so far with those right fingers, you have no choice but to start to straighten the leg. Coming into revolved reverse trikonasana. Inhale, coming up, and pouring the right hand over. Inhale, we float, coming back up. Reverse. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, coming up, reverse. Exhale, Trikonasana, we'll hold it here. Belly pulling in, press through your feet. Keep reaching with the left fingers, broadening your collarbones. Good, starting to reach the left fingers up and over, transforming this into your side angle pose. Right elbow can come right on top of the knee. And again, feeling so strong here, pressing through those feet. Inhale as you float up, reverse your warrior, keep the bend in the knee. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, coming up, flowing with your breath. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, coming up. Exhale into your deepest version yet. Whatever that looks like for your practice tonight. Feeling free to play with a couple options. Two more breaths. And on your next exhale, starting to pivot yourself all the way down, squaring your hips, right knee bends, setting yourself into that low lunge, untucking the back toes. Bring yourself up on top of the thigh when that feels comfortable. Really feeling those hips relaxing down. If you want to go a little bit deeper, taking the hands behind you, fingertips pointing up, the palms reaching back towards that sacrum, elbows draw towards each other. You can help just a little gentle push here. Good. Exhale, release your hands. And take it into that half split. Send the toes up, reaching the heart forward, coming a little bit deeper than you did last time. Finding a little bit more space to relax and let go. Keep visualizing your heart moving forward as your hips move back. With every breath, every exhale, you find more relaxation, more opening in your body. Next inhale, bending back into the right knee. Bring the right arm inside the leg. Pivot the left toes around. Reach that left arm beside the left hip and take that side stretch. Or if you did so on the first side, take side plank. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep lifting the hips. 1. Good. Exhale. Release the left knee back down. And pivot yourself all the way back around to the top of your mat. Tuck the left toes. Send the right leg back. Flowing through your vinyasa. All the way to your down dog or to child's pose. Good. Next inhale. Slowly, gently, starting to bring yourself back up into downward facing dog if you were in child's pose. And gazing forward towards your hands, bend into your knees. And step or float the feet all the way back up. Just noticing how your hamstrings feel here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you fold. And inhale, press the feet down, float all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale. Hands coming to heart center. We're going to step open. So you're taking your legs wide, facing the side of your mat. We're going to bend into the knees. So the knees tracking just over top of the ankles are pretty close. You bring your hands on top, gently leaning away from side to side. Good. Coming through center. Inhale, take a little bit of a lift. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down and twist. Gazing over your left shoulder towards the ceiling or behind you. Keep the sensation that the knees are pulling back over the ankles. Don't let them come forward too much. Inhale, come back to center. Other side, left shoulder drops down. Taking that deep twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take a little bit of a deeper bend. Bring your hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna take little pulses here, really activating through the legs. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Straighten the legs, lift the arms. Exhale. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift up. Exhale. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift up. Exhale. Bending into the legs. Hold, 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 hold. Good. Inhale, straighten back out. Pivot the toes in so the toes are facing the top or the side of your mat. And exhale, starting to take a forward fold here. Allow your head to hang down. You can take the hands behind the ankles and pull gently. Good. Your next inhale, lengthen, starting to come up halfway. On an exhale, keep pressing through your feet. You're going to walk your hands over towards your left leg. So you're really getting into that left hamstring. So whatever this pose looks like for you, maybe you're a little bit higher up, that's fine. Just keep pressing through the bottom of the foot and feel the length, that little stretch through the right side as you get really deep into this left hamstring. Good. Inhale. Starting to lengthen. We're leaning over to the left. The left toes, the left leg is going to turn out. Coming into Skandasana, bending deeply into that left knee. The right toes can pivot open. The right knee faces the ceiling. Whatever this looks like for you. Maybe you're using your hands for support. If it's comfortable, you can lower all the way down. Maybe taking your gaze up, just being playful. Notice what works for you, working at your edge. Good. Inhale, pivoting yourself around. Coming back into a lunge over the left leg. Drop the right knee down, untuck the toes. We're gonna go into our deepest version so far. We'll start by coming up on top of the leg. Rolling the shoulders back, make sure you're breathing. Take a deeper breath here. Really focusing on that exhale. Take your hands back towards the sacrum, fingertips pointing up. Deepest inhale. Good, exhale, plant the fingertips down and extend the leg back. Come even deeper into your half splits. So we're trying to square the hips as much as possible, send the left toes up. Remember, it's okay if you're working with a little bend in your knee, you're working wherever works for you, wherever you can feel the intensity of this pose. And if this already feels like enough, I want you to stay exactly where you are. There's no rush to move on. If you want to see if you can work your splits a little bit deeper, maybe you have blocks where you use your hands on the floor. You can tuck those left toes and just see if you can scoop that knee back a little bit. Take a second, see how it feels. Maybe you're gonna stay here wherever you are. Maybe you'll go just a little bit deeper. You can tuck the toes, move the leg back, trying to square your hips. Whatever version you're in, we're gonna breathe here. You can close your eyes if it helps. Every exhale helps you to relax a little bit more. And that's 3, 2, keep breathing as deeply as you can. And that's 1, press into your hands, good. Slowly you can start to release yourself back up. You can slide the left leg all the way back. And take a second here, find child's pose, extend the arms out, rest the head. If that was deeper than you usually go in your practice, just take a second to notice how you're feeling. But we want to be even, so we have to come into the second side. Slowly bringing yourself back up. Make your way into your downward facing dog. Inhale, taking your gaze forward, floating to the top of your mat. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, float all the way up, float the arms. Good, exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping open, coming back into that wide-legged position, dropping the weight down. We're not going to do as much here this time. Just take a second to press through your feet. Feel the knees tracking back over the ankles and really feel that opening through your hips. Bring your hands in the heart center. Feeling the energy that it takes to stay here, stronger with every breath. Good, last deep breath. Press into the feet, inhale, straighten the legs. Pivot the toes in. Exhale, coming into your forward fold, wide-legged. You can take the hands behind the legs again, or whatever variation works for you. And inhale, pressing into your fingers, lengthening, coming up halfway. We're gonna make our way over to the right leg. And again, working wherever is available for you. Deepening your practice, relaxing into this posture while maintaining that strength, that foundation. Inhale, lengthen, come up. Using your hands for support, pivot the right toes, externally rotating through that right leg, starting to bend into the right knee. Left toes pivot up to face the ceiling, knee faces the ceiling, coming into your version of Skandasana, whatever that looks like for you. Taking that knee again, tracking it back over top of the ankle. Last breath here. And exhale. Starting to unwind yourself, Come back into that low lunge, bending into the right knee, untuck the left leg, untuck the toes. When you feel ready, bring the hands up on top of the thigh. Heart is lifting, shoulders are rolling back and relaxing, finding softness in the pose. If you did so before, take the hands back to your low back, softening the weight of the hips towards the floor. We're often asymmetrical, so maybe this side is going to be different than the other side. That's okay. On an exhale, releasing the fingertips back down and then starting to guide the hips back, extending the right toes up towards the ceiling. Heart is lifting forward. Trying to keep that left knee tracking as best you can underneath the hip. Maybe coming a little bit deeper. Good, and remembering to be playful here. If this is already enough, just keep breathing. This is going to do a lot to open up through the back of the leg. But if you want a little bit more, tuck the toes and see if you can wiggle that leg back just a little bit. See how it feels. Keep trying to square the hips. When it feels intense, take a deeper breath. Focus your mind. Maybe you tuck the toes and go a little bit deeper, coming into your deepest expression of this pose. We're going to breathe here for a few focused breaths. Trying to take longer exhales. Surrender to the posture. For 3, 2, keep breathing wherever you are, almost there. And 1, slowly, gently pressing into the hands, starting to lift yourself back up from wherever you were. Slide that right leg back. Come back into child's pose, extending the arms forward, drop the head down. If it feels more comfortable, maybe you'll bring the knees together to relax those hips a little bit. So you can bring the arms behind you this time and drop the head down. Very slowly lifting yourself back up. You can just float off to one side of your hip, extend the legs in front. You're going to use a little windshield wiper from side to side. Good, and just before we move into Shavasana, I really, we did a lot in this evening's practice, so we don't really have time to take Shavasana together, but I'm going to leave it open for you. Let's just close our practice together by bringing the hands on top of the knees and just taking a moment all together to breathe into our body and just allow the stillness. Remember that the physical practice of yoga originally, it was just to prepare the body for meditation, to calm our mind, to bring us to this point where we can be still and at ease, with no distractions. Bringing your hands together at heart center, slightly tucking your chin. Rubbing those palms together. Place them over top of your eyes. Inhale. And exhale. I invite you now to lie down. It is really important to take Shavasana, so at least take a few breaths lying down on your back, since I didn't get a chance to leave that time for us tonight. But thank you again so much for joining me for this evening's practice. I hope you'll come back next week. Namaste.